Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this small presentation, a short presentation. My topic is AI, or artificial intelligence, and STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, and arts and math. My name is Dr. Loretta Cheeks, and I'll be presenting on the power of AI and STEAM. As you see from this picture, AI is around us. It's impacting our entire lives. It's been shared through the internet, through our devices, and definitely shaping the way that we move in our space today around the universe. AI, artificial intelligence, is human-level machine intelligence that's able to transform data, actually remember or gain from the historical information that it has, and also learn. Ultimately, that's what AI is. Just as we learn, there are three different ways that one can learn in AI, or the AI can learn. We call that supervised learning, semi-supervised learning, or reinforcement learning. And most of the applications, the detection and so forth, are at the supervised learning. So my area of research focus on framing and the way that we talk about the issues, societal issues that impact all of our lives. For instance, COVID-19, it'll be interesting to understand how the language that the news producers are using to shed light on COVID-19's implications on communities, on education, on issues that may be dear and near to our hearts. For instance, this is a picture of a lady definitely in distress, and her children are definitely in distress. And the news producer's article said, "New welfare queen, indulgent government programs absent accountability." This same issue by another news producer or source said, "Subsidies vital to the economy and to our national well-being." This issue of welfare was framed where the woman was called the new welfare queen. She's looked at as concerned only for herself. She's a taker. And then the growing, as you saw from the imagery, with the subsidies had growth in trees or little weeds. And they framed this issues of subsidies as givers. They're basically going to give and concern for others. And the whole issue, when you're talking about how the news producers frame any topic, be it this issue or COVID-19, it has it causes shifts in our attitudes, in our beliefs, and our values over time and space. It's a mechanism, and it's like a machine. Here's another one, marijuana. In the 90s, 80s, and 90s, this issue of marijuana was being framed in the news media, more associated with criminalization, increased addiction, and even students being harmed. But now the same issue is here. A news producer says the green rush, legalize it, and it may even help a student by replacing opioid prescriptions for a less harmful drug, which is marijuana. One is an investment. Definitely this idea of the green rush is an investment into our future, preserving people, and the other is definitely framed, the other article is definitely framed as a risk to us. Framing skews or shapes our interpretation, our perceptions, our behaviors, our attitudes, and definitely influence the things we purchase, buy, see, talk about, share with our friends or our foes, and shape our beliefs. My research is called Programmable Insights. I am interested in understanding how the issues that are dear and near to us are framed using online news over time. And this is an approach to model subjectivity of unstructured data on large scale My focus, of course, my special case is online news. You can use any, you can use Twitter, you can use any body of unstructured text. The idea is to bring some structure to the text through machine learning or AI. In my case, I wanted to understand this issue of water insecurity and the things that were said, how it actually shifts over time, and specifically how, what are the social influences, and also the migration paths, how that issue of water will change and shift people and places over time. My research sits right at this bridge. It's not formal and it's moving toward informal space where you can unleash hidden meanings within text so that eventually we'll get to understanding improv or jokes, metaphors, and poetry and so forth. So yeah, AI is transforming everything around us. Our shopping experience, we see even with this COVID-19, AI experts or practitioners are hard at work to see how we can apply an AI for everything from detection, as you see in the bottom layer here, the man in the green, that's an AI detection application. The AI spatial recognition right above it, or spatial computing, is where you have a camera involved and it's sensing that this woman is moving by and basically showing some visualization on this display. And then you have in the left corner, you have a female that's doing her shopping without even interacting in the store. She's doing she can try on things, she don't have to go to a fitting room anymore. It's amazing things that you can do with AI. And then you have algorithms that's helping teachers to perfect their craft. This is Bill T. Jones and Google doing some collaborative work. You can go and look at the Maya on the internet and see more about that. And no matter what applications that you come up with this weekend, I encourage you to filter that through this lens of bias or who's not at the table, this lens of ethics, and making sure that you have good, a sound filter for making sure that there really is just ethical behavior and the most ethical way that you can present your idea, that you really have thought about the implications of your technology or the implications of your ideas and who may be affected or impacted. And then STEAM, that's my reach back. I have a nonprofit. I have also a for-profit, but a nonprofit as well. And the nonprofit is called Strong Ties. I work with students, primarily African-American and Latino students, to help them to understand STEAM and how it connects in our world. So we work collaboratively. And then we teach them how to critically think, working through project-based learning and yeah, programming, virtual reality, and some really nice things. And then learning through play, learning through different modalities. Ultimately, my idea is to help students to gain interest and engage, just as you are doing this weekend. You're engaging with people you don't know for the purpose of gaining diverse ideas, and this exposure to the globe, that's what that will do for you. This is me in the middle here, doing my thing and learning from the West African culture. Then resources. What do you have this weekend? I didn't want to do a video on a how-to because guess what? NASA has done a fantastic job on how-tos. They have put together this great collection. You can go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Earth Data, and you'll see that there are amazing. Here's a link that I put there that you can actually follow, but you can go Google it yourself, NASA Earth Data, and you can subscribe there. I would just definitely, before you even go to NASA's data, their open data, which is the next link, I would strongly suggest that you go and check out a few of the videos and just walk through so that you can familiarize yourself on how do you download data? How do you aggregate data if you want to move on further? And then I want to move to the next link. This world data link is interesting for those who may be interested in the SDGs, and they point to different data sources as well that are from the government and some that aren't. And then our world data is another aggregate, and they have some very specific COVID-19 ideas that you may want to check out. Kaggle is definitely has different ideas, and it's good to look at what people have done so that you can understand what, make sure that you're aware of what is novel or something that may have you to stand out. Okay. Last but not least, to leave you with something, when I teach classes, I use Jupyter Notebook. So these are some instructions for you to get yourself up. If you want to, this is for people who may or may not be familiar with Python specifically, and you want to do a little bit more on your own with data for everything from aggregating the data to do counts or to do coordinations, or you may just want to visualize the data using Python. And definitely Jupyter Notebook will allow you to do that in a collaborative way where you could share the notebook with your peers. And this is one of the notebooks that I have created. You can check it out. I'll keep it open up until probably right after the challenge, okay? And again, my name is Dr. Loretta Cheeks. I hope you enjoyed this conversation and definitely enjoy your challenge. Have a good day.